Hello everyone, how's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful day. So Mike Ybarra had a very infamous tweet recently and it's been going viral and a lot of people are not happy about this. So who is this guy, if you're wondering? He took over after J. Allen Brack stepped down after the whole controversy with siding with China, the Hong Kong protest, the Blitzchung situation. Just look that up. It's just a whole typhoon of issues that he just decided to wipe his hands clean and just leave the company. And Mike Ybarra was one of the people who took over with Gene O'Neill. And going forward, Blizzard has not been exactly the most positive company. The one great company that made games like StarCraft, Warcraft, Overwatch, all those people who made those games what they are, they're gone. And those games are basically just they're taking money from the community that love these franchises and now are using them as ways to just siphon even more money from them, such as the Diablo 4 hellish microtransactions in the game, the Diablo 4 Diablo Immortal situation. There's a great video by Josh Drives where he goes into detail about how egregious these microtransactions are. Granted, it makes money, so they're not going to do anything about it. And they revealed this game at BlizzCon. Like, I can only imagine the levels of gymnastic hurdles you would have to go through to say, you know what's a good idea? Let's reveal a mobile game at a largely PC community focused event. It was just like, I can't even imagine how stupid that was. And then there's, of course, Overwatch 2, which killed off Overwatch 1. And you can just see, like, this game still has strong numbers. But yeah, a lot of people, they know that this game is completely now dead, and in terms of just heart and soul, like, I'm sure it still makes a lot of money, but the esports system for Overwatch is dead. Everything about this game is just now corporate to a way that it's absolutely disgusting. It also doesn't help that, you know, the dark, shady monetization systems of Diablo 4 and the fact that this title even exists is just telling. So I just want to set all that up just to prepare you for this tweet, which you probably already read. I thought about this idea for a while as a player since I've been diving into single-player games lately. When I beat a game, there are some that just leave me in awe of how amazing the experience was. At the end of the game, I've often thought, I wish I could give these folks another $10 or $20 because it was worth more than my initial $70, and they didn't try to nickel and dime me every second. Granted, this guy took over after all this, so, you know. Games like Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Elden Ring, etc. I know $70 is already a lot. I mean, Elden Ring is actually $60 if I remember that correctly. Let's look that up. Yeah, Elden Ring is actually $60. I'm pretty sure the special edition will push it, like the upcoming expansion will push it up to like maybe $100. Yeah. But that's more than worth it. I spent 200 hours in Elden Ring, so it's more than worth it. So yeah, it's a lot, but an option at the end of the game I wish I had. At times some games are special. I know most will dislike this idea, by the way, with a happy face. I realized that we are tired of tipping and everything else, but I view this different from a pleasure to tip type situation many face and give feedback on. That's a completely oxymoron statement, the final one. No, it's not different. It's actually pretty much the same in a lot of ways. Granted, when you tip a waitress at a restaurant, it's because they're paid below federal and state minimum wage, so they offset it by forcing the customer to pay the rest of their salary, which is disgusting. It was a system developed in the Great Depression. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, it's disgusting. I gifted Baldur's Gate 3 to my best friend, so I bought it twice. Maybe buying the game for someone else more than once or updating to a collector's edition is a nice way to do it. Great idea. I mean, that's pretty much like what a lot of people do. Like, for example, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's an absolutely fantastic game. I would say it's even better than Marvel's Spider-Man 2 in terms of story, not gameplay, but story-wise, Guardians of the Galaxy is way better. It got a lot of bad reputation because of Marvel's Avengers, which I agree. I didn't buy the game until it was on sale because of what I experienced with Marvel's Avengers, but it was so good, I bought a second copy of the game. I highly recommend it. It's an absolutely stellar game for a story experience. The gameplay is pretty bland, but the story is fantastic. And if I don't like the game, they give me my money back. On Steam, you have 2 hours to return the game, no questions asked. I've done it several times. That's the closest I've ever seen. Helps with things like bad launches, etc. I think what this person really means is that if a game like Fallout 76 they got and they feel fleeced, they should get their money back even if they exceeded the 2-hour limit. I'm sure a lot of us have seen the GameStop, like, I don't know if it was like scripted or not, but the guy who went to return Fallout 76 and trashed the entire store, and the GameStop employees just like doing his job and saying, "Hello, welcome to GameStop." Granted, the reason I believe that wasn't scripted is because that's how retail works. Like, I've worked retail, you just do your job, and that's just something you have to deal with. I've had my life threatened for chicken, so yeah. What if once you beat the game, it gives you the option to gift the game on the given platform for a discounted price? I actually like that idea. Like, if you beat the game, you can gift the game to someone else at a discounted price. I think that's a really good idea. Could give these folks, unless you're tipping an independent developer, aren't you just really giving the publisher the money with the devs at a set wage? That's absolutely 100% true. Like, if you can tell, like, a bunch of Activision Blizzard executives just had their dicks fully erect when they probably heard this statement, because we can ask more money from people after we sell them DLC for $70? Oh my god, what a brilliant idea. I mean, they're already charging $80 for a freaking King Kong glove or the $100 cheetah skin. You guaranteed they would love this idea, and they would make it in a way that's similar to the accelerated battle pass system from Diablo 4, where you accidentally misclick it. Like, I guaranteed they would do this. Granted, this is illegal, but, you know, the fact that this even exists, like I stated, is absolutely criminal in its own right. But yeah, we also pay for like experience boosters, battle pass accelerants, so much already shit, and he's already given them ideas of how you can charge players even more for games. And the thing is, tipping already exists in gaming and in all medium. It is called merchandise. Like, for example, I like the Duelist Kingdom arc for Yu-Gi-Oh! So I bought this Funko Pop of Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. I like Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. I think it's a great design. Granted, the original Blue Eyes is still one of my favorite designs. But yeah, I like the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. I got this glow-in-the-dark Funko Pop. It was $30, and I like it. And that's why people buy, like, this stuff. They buy special editions. Like, that's the special edition for Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood. It's a Jack-in-a-Box, and there's a reason people also buy, like, big statues of the Incredible Hulk, of Cloud Strife, of amiibos of Super Smash Bros. Characters, and, you know, Legend of Zelda, Metroid, all this stuff, posters, displays. To me, that is a form of merchandise, form of tipping. You buy extra products of the item that you enjoyed. And when it comes to single-player games, they die a lot quicker than multiplayer experiences because the big drive of single-player games, and he listed a lot of games that have very highly curated stories and experiences. They are already thrown on the internet sometimes a week in advance by people who've gotten early copies, people who've bribed warehouse holders. Like, I've heard of this thing where people actually bribe warehouse employees and they sneak out early copies to certain people. That's how a lot of these people even get early access to these games. It was completely mind-blowing to me. I wouldn't do that because, you know, it's illegal technically, but there are people who do that. So when it comes to these single-player experiences, they're banking on people buying merchandise. That's why Square Enix pushes their whole merchandise department after Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out, because it's a single-player experience. And once you play through the game, chances are not a lot of people are going to replay the game, so they want you to buy the, you know, Cloud Strife statue. They want you to buy the Tifa Lockout statue, because that's how they make additional revenue after the game starts to go on sale for like $50, $30, $20. But yeah, I very much disagree with this statement, and it's coming from a Blizzard executive who should know better in a lot of ways about merchandising and all of that. But I guess he's, you know, the guy who kind of also oversaw things like this. So not this is great, but, you know, stuff like this. So, you know, yeah, tell me what you think in the comments below. I already disagree with this because I think it's absolutely stupid. And the only people who would take advantage of these types of tip-in models are people who are already muggy, like the Bobby Koticks of the video game industry, the EAs. Like, I guarantee you, if EA puts this into Madden, they would. Like, I'm pretty sure this is going to be in Madden next year, like, in some way. They're going to be like, we can not only get people to spend $70 on a recycled game that basically has no updates to it, on top of pay-to-win loot boxes and transactions, but we can get people to tip our game? Oh my god, yes. Guaranteed it's going to happen. But, yeah, tell me what you think in the comments below. Like, dislike, sub, your choice, and that's it for me. Bye. Can't believe he tweeted this out, man.